Sacramento, when it was formed, was a conventional grid, almost on a north, south, east, west axis. Lettered, numbered streets. Very boring, right? But it's what American cities were all about at that time as they were formed, laid out by engineers, classic form. It took that grid served us well. It took us well into the latter part of the 19th century. And then slowly we started to fill it out. And the question really becomes, where will we go next? Well, independent of the city of Sacramento, a little community began to the south called Oak Park. And Oak Park is a separate and independent community in the sense it had its own stores, it had its own residential neighborhood, had its own water system, all those things. Oak Park was established because it was a little closer to the southern part of the county. And that allowed us to, or allowed people from Elk Grove to come to the city to shop. They could come to Oak Park and shop and get home in the same day on their wagon. If they came to downtown Sacramento, they couldn't quite shop and get back. So that's why Oak Park starts. So as the city fills out, it becomes, where is the next area to go? Well, the next area to go becomes the first annexation, and it happens early in the 20th century. That would be, they would take in Oak Park, and they would take in what today we call East Sacramento. Those became our first new neighborhoods. And as we developed those, then the real estate developers would come in, and sections of it became different tracts in East Sacramento, the Wright and Kimbrough tract, number this and number that, etc. As soon as those areas started to flush out, we started to look to the south. And we started to first with a development called Elmhurst. And the first Elmhurst didn't work out. It wasn't successful. So it was replotted with a new structure of lots and streets and roads. And Elmhurst and Colonial Heights and those areas to the south come in. Curtis Park comes in, also around Oak Park. The two neighborhoods, East Sacramento and Oak Park, would also become the terminus of the city's streetcar system. First, in Oak Park, it would terminate at Joyland, the amusement park, and in East Sacramento, it would terminate at East Park, which would become renamed as McKinley Park after McKinley dies. So it becomes the method of transportation. It's the beginning of suburbia in a sense. You're getting residential neighborhoods that are having to then commute to downtown Sacramento to work.